Good evening, students. Today we are going to discuss topic number 2. We are going to proceed from the introduction. So today we are going to discuss about demand and supply. The theory of demand and supply. So demand and supply has terminologies. We are going to describe the meaning of each, and then we proceed to the analysis. So the first term is farm. We are going to discuss what is a farm. The second one is household. And the third one is central authorities. So we are going to start with the meaning of a farm. So a farm basically is a unit that uses factor of production to produce commodities, then sell it to other farms or central authorities. The second one is household, which is the definition is all people who live under a roof and they join to make financial decisions. These financial decisions include the labor, capital, land and enterprise. The third one is central authorities, which includes the public agencies and government organizations. So we are going to the next topic, which is demand analysis. And demand analysis is the quantity per unit of time which consumers are willing and able to buy at a given price, at a given market price. So we are done with the definition for this. So we are going to discuss what is individual demand and market. So individual demand and market is a plan of the possible quantity that will be demanded in a different prices per individual. So this is per individual. Individual demand is a demand per individual. So first we are going to draw a demand curve. So a demand curve is this way. A demand curve slopes from right to left. So this is a demand curve. This is y-axis and then it is x-axis. So this is a demand curve. This is the price. This section is the price and this section is quantity produced. Quantity. So this is 0. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, still 20, 30. So this is a sample of a demand curve of individual and market. So when we come to this point, this price is higher. So when the price is higher, the quantity demanded is very low. So yes, 5 is like 7 there. And when the price is low, the demand quantity will be high. So we are going to go to factors that influence demand. And these factors include the income of household, the taste of household, and the price of other related products. So let's say this is tea. This is tea, and the related product is a coffee. So when the price of tea goes up, the demand of a coffee will go up also. And when the price of tea falls, the demand quantity of a coffee also falls. So the determination of a demand other than a price is referred to condition of a demand. So the change in price in a demand curve will lead to change in quantity to be demanded. So when price changes, the demand also changes. So we are going to discuss other terms, which includes inferior goods. So when it comes to inferior goods, these are goods whereby households use it more when their prices goes down. These are goods consumed the most when their prices falls. These are examples of goods. This is number one. The second one is speculative goods. Speculative goods. And speculative goods is speculative goods are goods that when their prices rise, individuals or consumers buy more in fear that their prices will go up in the near future. So these goods, speculative, are being bought in a larger quantities in fear of prices going up. So the third one is conspicuous consumption. We call it conspicuous consumption or snow appeal. So conspicuous consumptions are goods that when their prices are high, they are likely to be more demanded rather than their prices being low. This includes jewelries, phones, fashions. So these goods are likely consumed by the clients when their prices are very high. So we are going to discuss factors that affect this demand. Let me run this. We start with this demand. So we are going to discuss the factors that affecting demand. The factors affecting demand includes the prices of other related products. These are complementary goods and substitute goods. So, substitute goods are consumed in place of the other one. Like, I'm given an example of a tea and a coffee. So, substitutes includes tea and coffee, and complementary goods are goods that are spent together. That includes a car and a fuel, bread and butter. So demand are affected by the price of these related products. So the second one is the own price. So the price of maybe we use tea. When the price of tea goes up, the demand lowers. And when the price goes down, the demand is higher. So the third one is the aggregate national income. So when the consumer's income are high, they are likely to consume more products, and when their income is low, they are going to buy goods in lower quantity. The fourth one is the distribution of population. When population is high, the likely quantity to be demanded will be high, and when the population is low, the quantity will be lower. The fourth one is the taste. The taste of consumers. This includes the preferences, change in fashion, culture, environment, religion also affects, and academic also affects. So the fifth one is expectation of future price change. When consumers suspect that the price will be higher, the more the quantity they demand. The sixth one is climate change or seasonal factors will likely to affect the demand of a certain products. The fourth one is government. So in this case, when the government increase the taxes of a product, the quantity demanded will be low. And also when the government bans the products, the quantity the consumer demands will be low. So the next topic is movements in demand curve. So there is movements along demand curve and a shift in a demand curve. So we are going to start with a movement along a demand curve. We are going to start with a movement along the demand curve. So movement along demand curve is movement from one point to another. This is price and this is quantity. So movement along is slopes from the right side to the left side. And this is movement along. And the second one is shift in the man curve. So the curve looks like this. Price, we have quantity here. So shift in the demand curve. This is a demand curve. So shift is it's either the curve will either shift from right to left or left to right. It's this way and this way. This is a shift. This is movement along. So this curve, what makes it to shift is changes in other factors of production that affect price and income and taste. What affects this is income, taste, and price affect this. So for movement along, what makes it to move along is other factors other than price. So price is not included here because it's constant. So price here is up, down. So price is not here. Other factors include climate, government, taste, or income. So we are done with demand, movement along, and shift. So we are going to discuss supply. We are done with demand. We are going to discuss the supply, movement along supply, and factors affecting the supply of our products or a commodity. So first, we are going to discuss what is the meaning of supply. So supply generally is the quantity of a goods or services per unit which suppliers are willing and able to take to the market at a given price. And there are terminologies used in supply and includes industrial and market supply. So there is a schedule and a curve of a supply. We are going to start with a schedule of a supply, then we go to a curve. So schedule looks like this. This is price. We are going to start with schedule. Price and quantity. So let's say here is 20, 25, 30, 45, and here is 10, 20, 30, 40. This is a schedule. So when it comes to a schedule, you see here the prices. This price is low and the down one is higher. So when it comes to a lower price, the quantity supplied will be low. And when it comes to a higher price, the quantity supplied will be high. This is a schedule. And there is a curve. This side is price, the other side is quantity. So unlike the demand curve, which slopes from right to left, the supply curve slopes from left to right. So this is a supply curve. This is a supply curve, a sample of a supply curve. And supply has terminologies we are going to discuss. The first one is a regressive supply. And the first one is regressive supply. This is whereby the higher the price, the smaller the amount to be supplied to the market. The higher the price, the smaller the amount to be supplied to the market. This is because the suppliers do not make enough profits for themselves. The second one is a fixed supply. So, in this term, fixed supply, this is whereby the supply remains constant regardless of the price. This is when, if the price goes up or downwards, the supply is constant to the market. The third one is, no, we only have two, so not three. So we are done with the terminology so far. So we are going to discuss the factors affecting the supply of a product. So this is a schedule and curve and terminologies. We are going to discuss the factors affecting the supply of a commodity. So factor number one affecting supply is the price of a commodity. When the price goes up, the supply, the quantity supply will be higher, and when the prices goes down, the quantity supply will be down. So the suppliers will not supply more goods because of price. They won't make a lot of profit. So that the first one is affecting is price. The second one is price of other related products. We'll be using tea and coffee those are related products. So when the cost of tea raises, the demand of coffee also raises. The third one, price of other related products. So the third one is the state of technology. When a farm has standard technology, their supply will be higher. State of technology. The fourth one is time and season. So some products, so this includes when there is drought or raining. There are some products you can sell when it's raining, and there are other products you can sell when there is a drought. So the fifth one is taxes and subsidy. So when there is higher taxes on a product, the suppliers are likely to supply low quantity because they will be taxed and they won't get the profit they want. The sixth one is natural events. Natural events includes earthquake and floods. So when there is flooding, there is no much supply of products, and this affects the supply. This affects the supply. So we are done with the factors. These are the factors affecting the supply of a product. So we are done with this. So before I wrap this one, maybe you can write. So we are going to discuss movement in a supply curve. There is movement in supply curve and shift in a supply curve. Shift. This is price. This is quantity. So this is movement along the supply curve. These are the movement of a supply curve is affected by other factors other than movement alone is only affected by price other than this. They're only affected by price. And a shift in a supply curve so this is a shift in a supply curve. So a shift, it can shift downwards or upwards. This way. So a shift unaffected by price other than this. So So in supply, if there is increase in price, the quantity supplies will be high, there will be increase in quantity supply. And when there is increase in demand, there is also an increase in supply. So we are done with movement alert and shift. So we are done with supply and demand. So we are going to discuss elasticity of demand and supply. And we are going to discuss the meaning of elasticity and elasticity of demand. Let's start with elasticity is the ratio of the relative change of a variable to a change in another variable. That is, the ratio between change in dependent variable and a change in independent variable. And elasticity of demand. So elasticity of demand measures the extent to which the quantity demanded. Elasticity demand measures the extent to which the quantity demanded changes in one of the factors affecting the demand. So we are going to discuss the types of elasticity of demand. The types of this. There is price, elasticity, and elasticity. So elasticity demand has two types. The first one is price elasticity. So price elasticity measures the elasticity of a particular point and is only valid on a small amount. So this one varies in a small amount. So this one varies in a small amount, and the arc is the average between two given points. So this one is measured at a particular point, and this one is between two points. Maybe this point or this one is measured here. So this one is a particular point, maybe this point. So there are also factors affecting elasticity over demand. Factors affecting this. So this includes the ease of substitution, The first one is ease of substitution. The first one is the second one is nature of a commodity. And the third one is consumer's income. The fourth one is the price of other related products. And the fifth one, the last one, is the human and economic constraints. These are the factors that affect the elasticity of demand. Remember that we have the types and the factors affecting. So we are going to discuss again the straight line demand curve. The straight line demand curve, we have 5 examples of straight line demand curve. That is, the first one is perfectly inelastic demand, which is this perfectly inelastic demand is whereby the prices has no change in the quantity. When the prices change, when the curve is this in demand, the demand curve is this one. So when there is change in price, in perfectly inelastic, there is no change in quantity to be supplied. The second one is inelastic demand curve. Inelastic demand curve is when the price change. So inelastic demand is whereby when the price change maybe to go up or down, there is no great change in the quantity to be supplied. The third one is unit elasticity demand. So unit elasticity demand is when the price change. When the price change, there is change in the same proportion. There is the change in the same proportion of the quantity to be the quantity demanded and the price. They change in the same. The fourth one is elastic demand. This is whereby when the price change, it brings a greater demand. When the price change, it brings a greater demand of a good. The fifth one is perfectly elastic and perfectly. Customers are prepared to bring all the goods they can obtain at the same prices given. So in this case, when the price change, consumers are likely to purchase goods at a given price. And that comes to the edge of a straight line, demand curve. So we are going to discuss the types of income, elasticity, or demand. So we were discussing elasticity demand and straight line demand curve. So we are done with this one. We are going to discuss the types of income elasticity. So when it comes to the types of income elasticity of demand, we have 5. We have 5 of them. The first one is negative elasticity of demand. There is zero income elasticity. There is income inelasticity. There is unit income elasticity and income elastic. So we are going to start with negative elasticity of demand. So negative elasticity of demand, this is where demand decreases as income rises, and rises when income falls. Negative is, it's negative. This is where demand decreases when the prices are high. So it's opposite. And the demand also rises when the prices falls. The second one is zero income. This is whereby demand doesn't change as income rises or falls. So when income rises, goes up or goes down, the demand remains constant. The third one is income inelasticity. Income inelasticity. So this is whereby demand rises by a smaller proportion than income. So this is whereby the demand rises. The demand rises. This is where demand rises by a smaller proportion than income. You can say that the income rises, but the quantity demanded are still low. The fourth one is unit income elasticity, and this is whereby demand rises or falls by exactly the same proportion as income. So when income rises, demand also rises by the same proportion. That is a unit income elasticity. So the last one, the fifth one, is income elastic. And income elastic is where the demand rises or falls by greater proportion than income. So let's say, for example, income rises and or falls. Whereby if when income rises or falls, the demand, when income rises or falls, the demand also, let's say for example, when income rises, the demand should increase the same as the price. But in this case, in the income elasticity, the demand rises more than the prices rise, or the demand falls than the prices fall. The demand falls greater than the income. So those are types of income elasticity and their explanation. So we are going to discuss price elasticity of we are done with price elasticity of demand. We are going to price elasticity of supply. And price elasticity of supply measures the degree of response of quantity supply to change in price. So the supply measures. So the supply comes this way. So the supply curve is this way. So in this case, so price elasticity of supply measures the degree of responsiveness of quantity supply to change in price. So we are going to, this is a calculation of either quantity or price. So we are going to calculate price elasticity of supply is calculated by percentage change in quantity supplied divided by the percentage change in price. Change in price. So this is calculation of percentage change in quantity. You divide by the change in price. Let's say this is 10, this is 20. This is 10, this is 20. So this minus this is 10, and this minus this is also 10 times 100 times 100%. So that is percentage change is 100%. So this 100% means the price change at the same proportion in quantity and price change. The quantity and price change are the same proportion. So that's how it is being calculated. So we are going to discuss the types of elasticity of supply. So elasticity of supply has 5 types: perfectly inelastic, unit elasticity supply, perfect elasticity supply. These types also, they are the same as the one for demand, but the difference is the explanation. So we come to the first one, perfectly elasticity of supply. This is whereby the quantity of supply is constant regardless of the price change. The second one is inelastic supply. This is whereby when prices change, it brings about change in quantity supplied in less proportion. So when price increase, the supply change in a small proportion. The third one is unit elasticity of supply. This is whereby when the price change, when it goes up or down, it brings about the changes in quantity supplied at the same proportions. Like this one, I gave you an example of this. They change at the same proportion. So the fourth one is elastic supply. So elastic supplies, when the price change, in elastic supply, when the price change, it brings about change in the supply of quantity at a larger proportion. There's the one with constant, large, small, and zero. The fifth one is perfectly elastic. This is where the supply curve is horizontally straight. This is whereby the supply curve is this way. This is supply. This means that the prices are constant, but the amount supplied changes. These ones, the quantity changes, but the price does not change. So we are done with supply. We are done with demand and supply. We are done with the definition, the elasticity, and their factors affecting their changes. So another topic is the change in agricultural product prices. So we are going to discuss the fluctuations in agricultural product prices. And in agriculture, there are many factors which causes agricultural products to go up or down. This includes weather, diseases and pests, seasons, taxes and subsidies. Taxes and subsidies. So we have discussed the theories of supply and demand, the elasticity, and we have also discussed movement along the demand curve, shift in demand curve. So we are done with topic, the theory and demand and supply. So at the end of the topic, every one of you is supposed to define what is a supply, what is supply, what is the demand, and also what is price control, what are subsidies, what are price elasticity. You should be able to draw a curve, either the supply curve or a demand curve, the shift in supply, the movement along the supply curve, the shift in supply, movement along demand curve, shift in demand curve, and factors. There are also factors affecting demand and supply, supply of our products. And so many other dimensions. So we've come to the end of topic 2, and topic 3 is theory of production. We are going to discuss in the next lesson the theory of production, and make sure that you go through these ones. You'll never miss on your exams. All exams, they don't miss. All this you never miss in your exams. So thank you for your time. Let's meet in the next lesson. We discuss the theory of production. Theory of production, factors of production, efficiency of labor, the market, and everything in production. So thank you for your time. Let's meet next time.